you seeing specifically in practice from one week to the next, that makes you feel like he's grasping everything better and better?
Yeah, when it's natural and he doesn't have to pause in between and think, it just comes natural with everything. And if you were the quarterback and our system would put you out there, and it would blow your mind what you have to do before the plays even snap. And it just takes a while to process all that, and then you got to actually execute the play, and that's a feat within itself. So we're asking a lot of him, and I said this is our first quarterback to not go through spring, and in some ways he's done a phenomenal job. In other ways, there's certain things he needs to get better at, but we're a work in progress, but we're going to get better, and he's going to get better.
What was
why he seemed more comfortable in that last drive against Mississippi State than probably any other time this year? Just had that opportunity.
I think that may have something to do with it, but I think there's certain players that when the moment presents itself, they play their best, and I think he may be one of those players.
Gus, we hear each week, kind of like your base expectation for improvement is to get better each practice and each game. Do you feel like that's been more difficult with the defense, considering how many injuries you've had to deal with?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, they've been playing without a lot of our impact players. They've been having to mix and match some, and anytime that you do that, it's tough. But this is a week that we kind of slowed down and got back to basics, and there's no doubt in my mind we'll have a chance to improve each week defensively, especially if we get some of our guys back.
When was the last time that you and Hugh Freeze were able to comfortably sit down and compare notes with each other with offenses like you guys used to do in the past?
I don't know. I mean, we've had a relationship for a long time about talking football and ideas, and last year we did quite a bit. But now that we're in the same conference and all that, I mean, we don't get very specific anymore. When it goes to X's and O's, but we know each other pretty good.
What do you guys talk about these days when you guys do talk?
Yeah, he's a real good golfer. Talk about golf.
Is he better than you?
He plays more than me.
Yes. Did you ever try to bring Ryan into the state? Apple?
We did talk. Ryan's going to be he'll be a big time college coach. Anytime you got successful quarterbacks, that have been in your system, it's always a plus.
Gus, just watching the replay of the game, I can't see you from where we're sitting up there, but you get pretty animated in the games. Are you more animated now than you were maybe 15 years ago, or are you the same guy during the game?
I've always been pretty animated. You may want to ask my wife.
With Jalen out, who are some of the guys you're looking?
Well, Brandon Fultz has also played that position, and we kind of mixed and matched this week, 2 or 3 guys. We got some guys that can play multiple positions that, especially the guys that have been here before. So we're still working through that.
Can Melvin Ray be a guy that slides in?
Mm-hmm.
Can Melvin Ray play?
Yeah, Melvin Ray's a possibility.
Just that more with the 9s, the 2s, or what exactly was Jalen's style at that point?
He was our 5.
Can you talk about with the defense in front? You've seen some of the older guys like D and them kind of mentor the younger guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And I've been very impressed with our leaders and our team, really trying to reach out to our young guys, not just on the defensive line, but in all positions. And, not trying to intimidate them or anything, but trying to bring them along and really try to prepare those guys for, the games and their position. It's been really nice.
You plan on Saturday watching the Ole Miss Bama game live, or do you like to be able to sit down, be able to look at it cut up and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be recruiting, but I like to watch it, sit down and studying it. I mean, on TV, there's not a whole lot you can see other than,
Yes, I know.
big picture.
Obviously, you're offensive coach, but defensively, Coach Johnson's made a point about misassignments. How much does that kind of put more pressure on your offense to extend drives and that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, we've had misassignments on offense too. I mean, it's across the board. I mean, it's the execution in all 3 areas have to improve, and we know that, and that's what we've really focused on this week. So it's not just defense.
Anything else? Want to ask about
One more?
couple of young defensive linemen, how they come along, Tyler Nero and Camille Presley.
Yeah, both those guys have done some good things at times, and they're kind of going back and forth with Coach, Garner, and sometimes their own scout team, so, but they'll give us some depth.
Do you need it or not?
No, I was just gonna ask him to tell us the game plan for Ole Miss.
Thanks,
I
Coach.
figured James would ask that.